more kindness in the streets, in our homes, in our relationship, fewer broken homes. Without the weight of temptation pulling us down, think of what could build in this world. Welcome, thought-provoking lovers. Another episode. Today's episode, we just want to share with you an answer that is so unique. A young lady, a Muslim lady for that sake, we asked her the same question. In fact, she gave us that answer and explained the reason why she chose the answer. And she said what she would change is temptation to sin. How does that sound? Temptation to sin. That which make people to commit sin. That will make you to commit sin. That's what she would change. Actually, when I asked that question, she gave that answer. She also explained it with a little reason why she gave that answer. Because I knew her as a Muslim and I asked her, may I know why you chose that answer? Before I asked that, shared some of the answers because we share some of the answers we got so that people will comment and react to those answers. So when I shared the answer, she said, yeah, but when I asked that question, the first thing that came to her mind was her religion. But another thing toppled that in her mind. That was a question that she answered when she was in school. And that question was, how do you treat people from other religion? How do you treat them? With several options on that question, she chose to accept them because there are options that say, give them a gap, don't interact with them, accept them, don't accept them, and so on and so forth. But she chose to accept them. And luckily for her, that was the right answer. So that came to her memory. She recognized that immediately and said what she would change is temptation for sin. And she said that if she has that power, that means she will be able to know when people are thinking evil and the temptation is there, she will go there and change them before they will take that negative action. Unique, right? Interesting. That's what makes this podcast one question. Because that one question has millions of answers and we're still receiving them. We're waiting for your own answer. Temptation is like a silent thief. It doesn't just make people do wrong. It steals their peace, their relationship, and even their future. If you could stop that moment before it falls, would save countless lives from heartbreak and regret, right? Another person said, if your brain had a pop-up blocker, but for bad decisions, one click away from gossip, blocked. About to text your ex at 2 a.m. in the morning, nope. Life would be a whole lot less messy, for us. That's a response that I love too. Another one said, what if sin wasn't just about breaking rules, but about breaking ourselves? If temptation could stop, maybe we'd finally see that the real battle isn't out there, it's in our own heart and mind. That's where these battles are fought. Interesting, right? Another person said, deep down, most people want to do what's right. I agree. Sometimes they just need someone or something to step in at the exact moment they're about to fall. Something should step in. Removing temptation isn't control. It's compassion. Compassion. It's giving people the chance to live their best story. Interesting, right? Another person said, without the weight of temptation pulling us down, think of what could build in this world. More trust between people, fewer broken homes, more kindness in the streets, in our homes, in our relationship, in our offices. The world wouldn't just be less bad, it would be more good. That's what we will expect. So, looking at this thing we call temptation, what if you could block the thoughts that pull you into regret, shame, and heartbreak? What if before you slept, you could step back, pause, and breathe? I mean, temptation is a thief, actually, taking away our peace, what we enjoy, your trust, your future. It makes people lose themselves in moments they can never take back. I give you a story I do here. I have to share it actually because a man with a hot temper was coming back from a farm with his cutlass and all that. And a man just, pranked him. Hey, so David, kill your mother right now. The man did not care anything. He went straight to David's house, slaughtered his parents, everything, just to come out and find out and go back home and saw his parents welcoming him. Will he correct what he has damaged? No. That's what such temptation does. It's still your joy, still your life, still your future. But what if you had a pop-up blocker for bad decisions? One click away from gossip, blocked. A sweep away from testing that X or message that will cause upset somebody's mind? Nope. We could save much headache to ourselves. So many broken homes wouldn't have been broken just by stopping ourselves before we fall. We need to stop ourselves before we fall. It's not just about breaking rules. We break ourselves when we bow for temptations and took the wrong, decisions. It's about breaking ourselves. What if temptation wasn't just a struggle, but an opportunity to live, opportunity to live better, to love deeper, to build a world where good is the default. Just default in everything you do. Good is the default. That would be a better world. So without temptation dragging us down, imagine what every one of us could build. More trust, more kindness, more of the world we dream about. We wouldn't just be less bad. We will be more good, and good will be a default for everything we do. So what do you think about temptation? What do you think about this answer? Thanks for listening. I will urge you to subscribe and see more answers, interesting, crazy, funny, personal. Name them. We don't break news. We give you things that will make your mind feel good. And you might be a change maker looking at me. So tell us what you're going to change. Somebody might pick it up and make that change. Say it. It's your voice. Share this video. Follow, like, and see you in the next episode.